Hello, hello, everybody. Today we start with our lecture number 6, part 2. In this lecture, we are going to the session outline of this lecture, that is the factors affecting the choice of the transmission. In previous lecture, we are consider the characteristics of the transducer, which were very helpful to measure the performance of a transducer while selecting a particular transducer or the particular measurement or instrumentation system for the particular application. In this lecture, we are going to what are the factors affecting the choice of the transducer. So the following factors are summarized, but we can one by one. First one is operating principle. So while selecting the transducer, it is generally considered a principle. What type of transducer operating principle will be selected? So there the transducer are so many types selecting on the basis of the operating principle used by them. The operating principle should be transducer may be resistive, inductive, capacitive, or optoelectrical, piezoelectrical transducer. This operating principle of the transducer is depending upon the output which is to be dependent. For example, RTD. So change in the measured quantity will be in the terms of the resistance value. If we measure the temperature in RTD, the value of temperature can be calibrated in terms of the resistance. For example, if we measure the pressure, that pressure can be calibrated in terms of the inductance value. Or if we measure the pressure applied by the piezoelectrical transducer, this pressure can be measured in terms of the piezoelectrical terms. So that are the operating principles. Then second criteria or second factor which affect the transducer, choice of the transducer, that is sensitivity. We know that the sensitivity, it is a ratio of change in output signal to the change in input signal, or we can say that is a transducer should be give sufficient output signal as per the unit of the measured input order input, and must be noted the sensitivity of any transducer must be high, which detect smallest change in input quantity will be reflected in a smallest reflected in a change in output quantity. So that must be high. Then operating range. The operating range of the transducer should be maintained over the entire for the better resolution. So what? So maximum limit should be operating range will be given, and minimum range of a transducer should be given. The minimum range are useful to avoid the noise, and maximum range to avoid the errors. So the range of the transducer in such a way that the requirement is better resolution for an entire range. So better resolution is given by the higher operating range. So in selecting the transducer or factors must be affecting, that is operating range of any transducer must be high. Then accuracy. Accuracy, it is the nothing but the, in first lecture we defined, it is a degree of trueness which is compare the true value and standard value. That is nothing but the accuracy. The accuracy which indicates how much transducer approaches its true value, means measure value can be compared with its standard value or defined value. So high degree of accuracy is necessary for the measurement. So accuracy of any transducer must be high as possible as. Then fifth, effect characters, that is effect factor on the selection of the transducer, that is the error. The error is inherent in the operation of the transducer itself, but should be maintained the expected input and output relationship. So describe with its transfer function. So as possible as to avoid the errors. Why should we avoid the errors? Because zero error, the function between of a transducer is smoothly, and relationship between input and output of the relation of a transducer should be linear. So in most of the time you should be note down that error should be in transducer should be zero as possible. But practically it is not possible to zero error. Ideally the error of the transducer should be zero. Then transient and frequency response. The transducer should be meet a desired time domain specification as well as it should ideally have flat frequency response. So this is very important. While performance of the any transducer must be high, that time the transient and frequency response should be high as possible, and the frequency response curve should be flat, means the constant. So that time it will be give output of the transducer or performance of the transducer must be high. Then 7 characteristics or 7 factors which will be affected by selecting a transducer, that is the loading effect. To avoid the loading effect, it is necessary that transducer has high input impedance and low output impedance. So by selecting a transducer, factor must be considered. The input impedance of a transducer must be high and output impedance of a transducer must be low to avoid the loading effects. Then 8 is the physical environment. This is the most important parameter by selecting a transducer, that is physical environment. The transducer selecting should be able to work under specified environment condition and maintain its output and input relationship. So physical environment is very important in the point of view to maintain its relation between input and output between the transducer, and this input and output relationship are indicate the performance of the transducer. So while selecting a transducer must be considered a factor of physical environment. So in this lecture we have completed the characteristics of the transducer as well as the selection criteria of the transducer. This is a review of the lecture. So we can stop here. Thank you.